Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy GN Invasion.
This is Power Trick.
And today we got something interesting to talk about. So, I myself have been slacking on anime for the past 5 months, and recently... What's that?
Same here.
Oh, really? Alright, but recently I've been getting back into it, and one of them is actually a recommendation that you and about 15,000 other people probably have told me.
I'll sorry to interrupt you, but the funny thing about that, we did another video about it. I had said
we're gonna get on it. Don't tell them just now. But we have been watching anime, and we're gonna be covering some of anime that we have been watching. I do have a list of animes that are here, as well as some honorable mentions. And of course, guys, before anything, always leave a comment down below. He probably has other anime as well that he could probably add, or ones that he's watched that are by honorable mentions. But I'm gonna give you this list, and you just let me know what are some of the ones that you actually seen.
Yeah, we had said this anime. I had said this anime before. This was not for the Crunchyroll Animation Awards. That had said that they did not put as a nominee. I had said most anticipated anime. This is one of them, and it was a damn good one. Spy X Family, but I call it Spy Family because you know, for example, when they say Hunter X Hunter, people say Hunter x Hunter, so it's like whatever.
But they are separate. But it was yeah, it was good. I can't lie. I didn't start watching it till they hit episode 7, and I binge watched it. All I can say is best character is Anya. Now, wifey, I can't remember her name at the moment. I'm gonna just call her the Thorn Princess because that's what she's known as. Oh my god, the amount of fanfics that I have seen already. But as far as the anime is concerned, Anya is too good.
Yeah.
Anya's adorable. The whole I can read people's minds and I'm using it for useless reasons.
There was one scene that got me laughing so hard because like they was doing like a little play and she's like introducing Spy Daddy, and then that's alright. She said introducing the bad guy, and then she said and introducing Mama. She would be played as Mom, and she's like Mama. She's like what?
Wait, you're talking about when look, for any, I can't lie, I'm the one that's late. So for anybody who hasn't seen Spy X Family, you might as well say this is spoilers. Yeah. Okay. Are you talking about when she wanted to go to the castle and then rent out the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That was too good.
That part got me laughing really hard. I'm just like, oh my gosh. I was like this, and the wife who is broken as hell. Strong as hell.
Like honestly, from a technique standpoint, you could tell she's the muscle.
Yeah.
She's the muscle of that relationship. But I am on a part right now. Well, I am caught up. I just haven't watched the last episode or two that deals with the brother. Mm-hmm. So I can't wait to actually watch that. But there's way too many other animes. But I will literally sit here and break down every episode that I can remember or every scene that I can remember. So this isn't good. So So honestly, for both of us, we both watch Spy X Family, as you can tell. But
it's really.
What's another one that you
totally recommended? This anime is also another I put on most anticipated anime list. It was a big hit for season 1. And the funny thing is, people call this character now for me as JD, and the other one as Mossy. I'm just like, that's funny. Wait.
You talking about Rise of the Shield Hero?
Yep.
Who's JD?
Now for me.
Who's that age?
Bitch.
You mean slut?
One of them.
Okay, so the reason why I can't even bother with that because they would never end one. I mean, if we're gonna grasp at straws and go back to season 1, to where like she was just trying to like get to him. Remember, they made a whole fake religion to where he was ousted as being the villain.
Yeah.
So you know that
It kind of.
It kind of fits, but it's somewhat of a stretch.
And I'll think about it. I'll probably say the same way because like think about it. Now for me, lost everything. JD lost everything. Then when he got his redemption period. Now JD got his redemption period. So it's like.
But now for me, this redemption period ended in season 1. This man's been just doing everything since season 3.
Yeah.
And then on top, but here's the thing. Princess never got her redemption. In fact, so here's the thing. AH got more redemption than Princess. Because if you remember, I can't remember what episode it is, but when they had that meeting dealing with the tortoise, and she was just like, "Did you talk to Mama about giving me my inheritance back? Like, can I be a princess again?" Like, nah. So nah. Like, technically, AH got away with stuff. But anyways, so yeah. So for me, especially since I'm watching now, guys, literally before we even started this podcast today or filming, I was watching some episodes already. And it's kind of interesting that isekais that have more than one season, and I'm talking about, how I got reincarnated to slime, Ira Fawetta, and even this, it's starting to feel less and less like isekai. Like, they just bring little things here and there that lets you know, like, oh yeah, that's right, they are from another place. Like, season 1, you couldn't help but, man, I hope you can get back to your own world. Season 2 is kind of like, okay, adventures and babysitting type of thing. And now it's like, I was literally just watching a magical fantasy monster anime until it's like, oh yeah, that's right, he is from Japan. Like, I was just like, I forgot it was an isekai, it was getting that good. So but the thing about it is, I guess that's just a testament to how good it is, because it literally just started blending into a different genre, or into a different main genre, because the main genre it was an isekai. I really can't call this an isekai at the moment. No. It has glimpses of isekai. The first one was an isekai. Your ass is just stuck there now. Mm-hmm. But I will say this: the animation hasn't fell off, and I'm happy. I'm glad that the original scare that was they were going to be canceling it never actually happened. Yeah. So it definitely is one that's well worth it. Any more on the list?
I'll leave the rest because I haven't seen the rest.
Oh, really?
But except for this one, but it's gonna be later.
So, all right. So I'm gonna talk about some animes.
I guess I'll leave this part on you because I don't know.
Oh well, yeah. I'll definitely let you know about some of these. So the first one, guys, it's an isekai. It's called Trapped in a Dating Cell. I had way too many people that know me personally say that this is the isekai for you. It has all the pointers that you want in the isekai. But it was very interesting though, because it was more about the justice and the satisfaction of like certain things happening more than anything else. So the whole point of this is, it's an isekai very similar to actually, I'd have to really think about what isekai is similar to, but pretty much you have this older man. I don't know how much older, but I'm guessing he's in his 20s, because you're pretty much grown if you're in your 20s or whatever else, or you have to like start off and everything else. But you could tell that he seemed like he was a NEET, one of those shut-ins, plays games. Even though he works, he goes to work just so he can afford his place, but other than that, he just stays in. He has a younger sister. Younger sister is somewhat of a prick. Tells him to play this game and beat it for me, because I have this like review or whatever that she's supposed to be doing. I forget what it was for. The man spent days and nights 100%ing this game. But the game is all over the place. It is a cluster, a kerfuffle. It's a dating sim. It has magic and dragons and monsters. But then you have technology like airspeed bikes and racing, as well as mechs. It's like all over the place. Ends up 100% completing it. He's just like, I'm hungry. He goes out his apartment. He's trying to go down some stairs. And as he's falling, he's just like, I'm not going to get isekai like this. This is not how I go out. Sure enough, the man falls flat on his face, down a bunch of stairs, isekai into that game. So he knows everything that's supposed to go on, but there's an anomaly. Certain things that are supposed to happen aren't happening, and he already knows. He's using his brain like, okay, I've watched isekai before. I need to make sure these people get together with this, so maybe at the end of this, I'll be able to get back to my world. But the caveat is, somebody else from his world is there changing everything. So, I'm not going to say who it is, because I said enough. I pretty much told y'all majority of episode 1. It's really good. Like, the fighting, the magic, the dialogue, everything is good. I can't lie, when you look at it, it's kind of like, yeah, this is kind of all over the place. Like how you got dragons and monsters and everything else, but then you got technology and all this other stuff. Like it's kind of like all over the place. But it's really good. And guys, again, it's called Trapped in a Dating Sim. It is an isekai. The next one is called The Executioner and Her Way of Life. This is an isekai, but this is violent. Yeah. How can I even express this? I guess it takes on more of a real world aspect on how some things might actually happen. So this one world always has had people from Japan whisked off to it, or isekai to that world. But every one of them that gets isekai to this world has some form of strong magical ability that was always there, but for some reason the people that get isekai are just stronger, and in all type of ways. Because of how long it's been going on, people from our, let's just say our world, has brought technology and everything to that world. So literally, it's almost like modern day. In fact, the same way how in Japan they speak Japanese there. It's like the universal language. But it starts off with these two people getting isekai there. This one guy, he ends up having this broken power of null, which is the nullification of everything. You think, oh my god, he could be a great hero that can stop all type of things. Meets this, now when he first gets there, he gets kicked out of this kingdom that summoned him. He's found next to a bridge. This woman who seems to be nice says that she is a volunteer or works for a church. As soon as he says that he doesn't have magic. As soon as she told him to do this thing and found out that he has the essence of what null is, not just the ability to nullify things, like the pure essence of it, she killed him. And apparently she's been doing that to a bunch of different people. There's this whole religious cult that's like the church. That literally their whole job is to off these people that get isekai to their world, so that there can't be a great calamity. Because apparently some things have happened to where people with these strong powers have had effects on their world, whether it's an ecosystem or can't touch a certain part of land or whatever else. So now they just off them. But the way the story unfolds is that the girl that's part of the church, who you get backstory on, and it's really good backstory. She ends up meeting this girl who was isekai there. That was isekai as the same guy as the guy that was killed in the beginning of the first episode. She has the ultimate, she has the essence of time, the pure essence of time. She has, so when I mean the full essence, how can I put it? She can't die. Pretty much. Like, because everything that she's known or gone through has already happened with her, type of thing. I guess you could say it's almost like Dr. Manhattan and being able to exist in all points of time at the same time, knowing something. But instead, hers is kind of like it can rewind or whatever else. She already knows certain things that happen. But there are some catches to it. So, but again, that one's called The Executioner and Her Way of Life. This next one is actually a sequel, but I guess the anime has been out for so long that like I forgot the name of the old one, but it's called The Dawn of the Witch. There actually is an anime that came out before this one, and whenever I can find it, I guess we'll cross-reference it or whatever else. But it's literally a continuation of it, which is you have this woman who's called the Mud Witch. Her name is Zero. Mm-hmm. She created magic, like all magic, and this is when she was younger. But as she got older, you know, her power, she became, you know, revered or renowned and everything else. You know, times have changed, technology has gotten, you know, better and everything else. She finds this kid with a certain type of eyes, brings him to a different place because he looked like he was a shell of himself, and the whole story revolves around him. But you find out that he goes to this magic academy, find out that the magic academy, he's the worst one there because he can't use magic right. It's like, if let's just say you say something like a luminous brightest or something like that, like something weird like that, and all that means is you create like a light bulb, kind of like, you know, like a light. It's either all or nothing.
Yeah.
And if it's all, his little light then turned into a laser beam shooting at everything. Like, he can't control it. But you find out later on that he is an infinite well of magic.
What?
Yeah. Look, but you know what? That's as far as I'm going to go. It's a really good watch.
So there's a season 1 before it, and then
no, not so much a season 1. It's a continuation. Like, so the original one was revolved around this girl by the name of Zero, and everything dealing with her when it came down to magic. I don't know how many years it's been. I want to say somewhere between maybe 3 and 4. But all of a sudden they come out with this. And at first I was just like, okay, something seems familiar about this, because they got this large white tiger that's also a mercenary. And I was just like, wait, there's a lot of things that are starting to look, you know, be familiar. And as soon as they start introducing certain players that look familiar, I was just like, oh snap, time jump. That's literally what it is. It's a time jump, but it's a really good one. But for anybody that has watched it, if you do know the name of the original that, you know, that I'm referring to, definitely put it in the comments down below. Man, I'm running out of mouth minutes. But this next one is called The Greatest Demon Lord is a Typical Nobody. This is not a isekai. I guess it's fantasy, action, adventure, magic, and everything else. It's kind of like how it's kind of like, what's that anime? The Demon Lord went to high school or something, like High School Demon Lord. I can't remember the name.
Misfit or something like that. Misfit.
Yeah, Misfit of a Demon Lord or something like that. So this one human, he would like him and a group of other people. I guess you could call them old humans. They were battling demons and everything else and monsters, and they were so strong that he was considered not human no more. So they started calling him Demon Lord. But he was ostracized. He didn't know how to talk to people. Everybody just praised him or stayed away from him and stuff like that. You know, and not in a bad way, but you know, he didn't really have friends or whatever. So he said that he wanted to be reincarnated into a nobody, into like a lesser being or whatever else. So once all his powerful like friends, like the people that were closest to him, all passed, he reincarnated himself. And he reincarnated himself 3,000 years later. into a different person, and he's in, and he started, and here's the funny thing, he's reincarnated, and his parents are two of the three or two of the four heroes of old that stopped a demon beast. Like, so the family is world renowned already, and or country renowned wherever they're at. So you find out that, but here's the thing, because he is the demon lord, he has all his memories intact from his when he was the demon lord. I mean, he's still the demon lord, he just goes by a different name, but he has all his memories and everything. So, and from a young age, to the point to where magic that they knew is called the lost ones, or the lost magic. Like, magic back then that was so potent is nowhere near as potent as it is now. Something as simple, or what you would consider dual casting, is considered a lost magic from back then. People don't do that.
Oh god.
Yeah, so already this kid is busted at a young age. Father and mother taught him how to do magic and sword training. So he was already killing large animals and everything else. I think they said at the age of like 10 or something like that. But his biggest thing is he didn't want to be like he was back then, where he was pretty much a shut-in or introvert. So he was forcing himself to like try to learn to have friends and all this other stuff. He ended up making a friend of somebody else, of one of the heroes who was part of the Big Four, but they have a dark past or whatever else. He ended up making friends with that person's daughter. And, then all of a sudden they go to as they get older, they go to a magic academy, and then it turns partly into a harem and everything else. But, it's still really good because of the magic. The story is actually really good and everything else. There's not a lot of harem into it, but they do give you some fan service, I guess. But not like Redo Healer. It ain't nowhere near as bad as that. So, but okay. I'll say it's tasteful, I guess that would be the word. But the name of that one again is The Greatest Demon Lord is a Typical Nobody. And the last one that I'm actually currently watching that's new is called Blackrock Shooter Dawnfall. Blackrock Shooter is actually a very old anime.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Wasn't it like way back when?
Yeah, Blackrock Shooter is a very old anime, and they got a sequel to it. It ain't no different. Genetically altered or genetically engineered humans that are supposed to save the world got some type of enemy that's coming about, and you find out that there's more than one, and that they used to be together, and then all of a sudden they disbanded for whatever weird reason, and now they're back together. And some of them have became enemies of each other for whatever weird reason, while still trying to fight the actual big bad. So, but outside of that one, I have finally started watching Shingeki no Kyojin, Attack on Titan.
Oh,
finally. So I am on episode 73 or 74. I understand now why Eren was nominated for antagonist and protagonist. And I can't lie, he makes a better antagonist. Way better. But it stems on everything him being the protagonist though. That's the thing though. He's a better antagonist because of everything you've gone through with him as a protag. But that's as far as current animes. But I do have to give some honorable mentions because there are animes that I have in my playlist that I want to watch and that I will watch. And I'm gonna go in backwards order because you could probably speak on this other one. So Shin Ikitosen, if I'm correct, this is the third or fourth season. Ikitosen is high school shoujo martial arts, similar to Tenjo Tenge. But Ikitosen is based off of Romance of the Three Kingdoms. I don't know if they're still following that same trope with this, but it's definitely one that I actually want to get into. Another honorable mention that I heard was good, and it's an isekai, The Skeleton Knight in Another World. Heard that it's really good, heard it's funny, That's one that I'm actually going to be getting to try as well. Super Sentai anime. Love After World Domination. It's literally a Power Ranger spinoff. But with a twist. Apparently, one of the Rangers and one of the villains fall in love, while still having to pretend that they gotta fight each other.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Which brings me back to something else. 2 animes I'm currently watching that are in the Sentai series. I finished SSSS Gridman, and I'm currently in the middle of finishing SSSS Dino Xenon, which is the season 2 to SSSS Gridman. And Quad S Gridman is actually a anime adaptation of the live action version of Superhero Samurai Cyber Squad, that old school Super Sentai.
Yeah.
So it's really good at the moment. I can honestly say at the moment, season 1 is way better to me than season 2, even though I haven't finished season 2. But these later episodes are tending to be a little bit more hype, so I'll be able to give a better judge on that later. But now we'll get into the one that you apparently have been watching, and you could tell everybody about it, which is Date A Live season 4.
Yep, Date A Live season 4. Let's just say his harem is getting bigger every single day
And more strong, right?
Yeah, I like this new girl. Everybody likes this new girl. Like, I don't know if you didn't see it, right?
Nah, I only watched the first 3.
Only the first 3. This new one, you'll probably like this new girl as well.
Well, see, I like main character from the first one, and then you honestly had the most busted one, which is, I mean, I don't like lollies, but one that can stop time is actually pretty strong.
Which one? The blue hair one?
No, that's the red and black one.
Oh, Kurumi. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that everybody said that's the best girl and whatnot. Like she's one of my favorites as well. But then I'm like, but when you watch season 4, I said, oh crap, now I got another one. I said, put that the first one you see in the first. I said, you gotta put that on the list. I said, oh crap. I said, we got another one.
I'm gonna watch it. There's just so much anime. Like, it's my fault for skipping 5 months. There's too much nerd in the world that I gotta be a part of, you know what I'm saying? And it's a wonderful thing. It's not a bad. Hopefully you like this segment that we did talking about anime. Let us know what type of animes y'all been watching. Definitely put it in the comments down below.
I agree with that. Let us know, because like I've only been watching Date A Live, Spy Family, and Shield Hero. That's basically all I've been watching. If you guys have any recommendations, I would love that. Please like, comment, rate, subscribe to our channel so we can get more additional content. And also stay safe, everybody. Stay safe.
Yes, stay safe, guys. And again, don't forget to hit the bell for notifications. You know what I'm saying? We trying to expand this nerdom, and we want y'all to be a part of it. But definitely, guys, when it comes down to anime, there is way too much anime out there, and sometimes there's animes that don't even come out to the US that, you know, some people might have seen. So if you know any Korean animes, any French animes, any Chinese animes, definitely let us know. You know, we try our best to try to like watch everything, but like I said, there's sometimes things take a back burner, but we will always put it on the list of things to watch. And but you know, again, this is GN Invasion signing off, guys.
This is Power Tricks. See y'all later.
Peace.